Alright guys, so we made it to the headset video because you guys voted. Thank you. He wasn't so much for it.
Well, 32 is my lucky number, and I said, I tell you what, if you get 32 yes votes on the comments, I'd go ahead and consider it.
Yeah, and this was the upgrade, budget update upgrades number 3 that we did on the GT Aggressor Pro.
Yeah.
Everybody weighed in, and like I said, thank you very much for that. Hopefully you guys get my back out there like you did with the votes, and you guys share it and do everything else so we can prove them wrong.
If they don't get your back, and it's exactly what I said it was, I want to, okay, you were right, we were wrong, from you and all them voters that said, that's what I want. We're going to put it up. Say, I'm just at 9-ish, 10-ish, whatever, right? Sunday morning. Come Monday morning, 9-ish, 10-ish, whatever it is. It's got to be at 1,000 or more for me to be wrong.
I got you. Yeah.
So basically, someone's eating humble pie.
Okay. Well, hopefully it is not us.
Or eating crow.
All you guys out there on my side. Hopefully it's not us. But without further ado, let's get to that headset.
Someone's eating something.
Yeah, somebody's eating something.
Something's gonna be eaten. Either I'm eating something, or he's eating something. Crow, humble pie. I don't know. Something.
Like the video, subscribe.
Yeah, do all that stuff.
Yeah, do all that good stuff.
And apologize if I end up right.
Yeah, he won't be right, guys? You guys got my back. Let's
get
this video pumped up.
Apology.
Over 1,000 views within the first day. Come on.
I want it, damn it. And you know what? The reason it's important is because we care about our channel. We want it to grow.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, we got to stay in that algorithm.
He's got no confidence on this video. Let's make this video go over the top.
Y'all better watch it 100 times a piece.
Yes, hopefully I did a good enough job.
Share it. Do something. Make me wrong. I want to be wrong.
All right, let's get to the video.
I'm not going to be wrong.
Let's get to the video.
They're not ready for the video.
We're going to the video.
You think they're ready for the video?
We're going to the video.
Damn.
So you want to get a new headset and you want to put it in, you've never put one in before. We're going to go over today how to put a headset in yourself at home. So there's two main tools that we're going to use today. And the two main tools I made at the shop, but you guys can go out and buy them. They're not very expensive. We have a headset cup remover. At least that's what I'm going to call this thing, a headset cup remover. It's a piece of conduit that I got a Sawzall and I cut some of these in it. That's what's going to be punching out my old headset through my stereo tube with this guy, right? And I made this, I found it, and I made it. But you can go out and I'll put some links below. They're like around $20. You can get a one that you can use multiple times. I don't know how many uses I'm going to get out of this one. The second tool we're going to be using is a cup press tool. This is what will be going on the outsides of your headset, pushing in your top crown race and your bottom cup. And basically you just tighten up the 15mm up here and the 15mm down there, and they meet in the middle and they go squash, right? You can also buy one of these somewhere around $20. So if you do not have access to extra stuff, this is basically a thread-all with some big washers on it and a couple of nuts. This is a piece of conduit. If you guys don't have this kind of stuff laying around your house, which most people don't, you can just go ahead and order it through the links below. But let's go ahead and get into the headset what I'm going to be changing out today. Now the reason I'm going to be changing out my headset in the GT Aggressor Pro, and I think it's one of the biggest things that gets overlooked as far as maintenance on people's bikes, my GT Aggressor Pro came with regular ball bearings. And then I upgraded my ball bearings to ball bearings, but they were supposed to be a tighter fit, more ball bearings. And now I want to go ahead and change out my whole headset with some sealed bearings. So I got this Risk headset for $21. I'll put a link to this in the description below. And today we're going to be doing it on the GT Aggressor Pro. So if you guys have been doing a whole bunch of riding and a whole bunch of jumping on your bike like I have on mine, we're going to go over today how to change out your headset. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the headset that I ordered. Risk brand, 20 bucks, very budget. It's a 34mm pressed headset with sealed bearings, and it's a pretty good deal on it. There's some that range all the way up to like 60, 80 bucks, but this is a budget channel and that's how we're going to keep it. So let's look at everything it comes with. Alright, so it comes with the top cap and the top nut. Comes with a star nut, and this is all for 20 bucks. You got your seal here, a little dust shields, a compression ring that sits on the outside of your steer tube, right on the inside of your head tube. You have your cartridge bearing or sealed bearing. It'd be way better than that ball bearing technology, and it is beveled on one side, so when we go to install it, we have got to make sure we go accordingly with the beveled edge going down. Okay, the upper head tube race, that's what's going to be sitting inside the head tube. Okay, now let's look at the bottom here. It's shipped upside down. Basically, it's going to go this way into the bottom part of my head tube on the bike. It comes with its own crown race. It's got a sealed bearing, just like the upper head tube race. You can see with the beveled edges on it. And then we have the really light aluminum bottom part of the head tube race. We see what everything comes with. Just make sure we keep it together and it doesn't fall apart. Let's go ahead and change it out. So all bikes are different. My GT Aggressor Pro has got a 34mm inset. So if you want to either take it to a bike shop to have them measure your bike out so you're safe, or you can do it yourself with a caliper tool. And we can see here, that's going to be right at 34. Right at 34mm. And that's what we want. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is pull apart your stem, take your top cap off. We want to separate all this. And again, if this is your first time doing this, make sure you keep everything in order. Lay a paper towel off to the side and just lay it down as you took it off. Probably be the best bet so you don't get confused. I know I've definitely been confused. So we're going to take this top section off first. Alright, so I'm just going to take my brake line loose so I don't have to take my caliper off, because taking my caliper off seems to be a pain in the butt whenever it comes to repositioning my caliper over my disc. Then, since this is on the bike stand, I'm going to tilt it back a little bit and I'm going to pop those forks off of there so we can make everything nice and accessible. And now we have full access to my old headset and the whole steer tube section. Now we're going to look at these ball bearings. So this is the old technology, the ball bearings, right? Which is, I mean, ball bearings are used everywhere in the world today, it seems like. But the upgraded side of that, what we're doing today is we are using the sealed bearing, right? Or the cartridge style, where it's got a sealed gasket on this side, a sealed gasket on that side to help avoid nasty crap from getting in there. Dirt and water gets in this one, a lot less chance in the sealed bearing. Alright, now with the homemade headset remover. You like that? That's ingenuity right there, buddy. We're going to line it up in there. And the idea behind this is that we create equal pressure all the way around. If you have a flathead screwdriver and you hit one side, it's going to start getting twisted up on you, and you might end up damaging your head tube. So we want to make sure we kind of keep it even, or you buy the right tools. Alright, and there's the old one. Now let's push this top out. Okay. Alright, that one came out good, and if you have to reuse these, we can reuse them. So there's the top. Okay, so just like I told you guys earlier, we want to keep everything aligned. How we took it off and how we're going to put it back on just to be safe. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our makeshift headset press. We're going to separate our washers. Now we're going to get our headset. Remember, we want to keep it. I don't think they're different as far as the up and the top and the bottom go. But just to be safe, we want to use it just how they shipped it. So we're going to put it in our steer tube now. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of grease to the sides that are going to be going into our steer tube. We want it decently straight, right, whenever we go to set it. We don't want them all wonky, kind of like this top one is. But we're going to let that all thread that I got, we're going to let him do all the work. Okay, so nice and snug. Now we're going to start tightening down with some wrenches. Alright, now we're going to start tightening it nice and slow. We're not going to force anything. We want that cut press to do all the work. Looks nice and even all the way around. And it's straight, which is important. And then start loosening it off. I think that went good. Alright, so here it is. It's very straight and even all the way throughout. Like I said, that's what's very important. Went ahead and took the crown race and the bearings, ball bearings, off of the fork, off the steer tube. And you can see the bearings there. There's a lot of space in between, and that leaves a lot of room for gaps, and that's just going to be more and more play over the years on your bike. So changing this today I think is a good choice. There's still plenty of grease in there. It's just not where I want it. Alright, next step, we're going to go back to the forks. After taking your crown race and everything off, we want to replace the crown race and the sealed bearing that the headset came with. So remember, on your crown race that you're supplied with this kit, it has a beveled edge, and that beveled edge is going to sit right on the inside of the beveled edge on your sealed bearing, and they have to be pointing up. So we're going to point him straight up. We're going to push him down now. Beveled edge is up with the bearing. Oh yeah, that's going to be very nice. Now we're going to want to go ahead and put everything into the upper head tube brace. And starting out with the sealed bearing, again, beveled edge. This time we want to go pointing down. Get down. We're going to set it all the way inside there as much as we can. And we're going to tighten everything up at the end. So if you just have it barely sitting in there for right now, that's fine. We're just going to leave it like that. Now the compression ring with the split, we're going to put that in there. I'm going to face it the same way as my other split, which is straight back. Okay. And then we're going to get our dust cap, and we're going to put that over the top. Just like so. Okay, now, still got a little bit of work to do left. Let me get my bars. Alright, so I got my spacer put in there, I got my stem put in there, my cap and my cap bolt I'm tightening down now. And remember, with your cap bolt, you always want to make sure that you tighten that first before you do anything else to your stem, because we want to get this whole head tube, the headset you just put in, the compression rings, everything nice and tight first, and then we'll go ahead and tighten on the stem, the last part. I want to get this snug. I don't want to go overly tight with it, because if I go overly tight with it, it's going to lock everything up together. So I just want to go decently snug with it. There's still some free movement in there. And then I'm going to start tightening up my stem. I went ahead and took it out of the bike stand just so I can create pressure on it. Handlebars look good and straight. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the top cap bolts. I think we'll call it a night. Okay. So, got it changed out. It feels very smooth. Alright guys, well that is putting on your own headset at home with my own tools. You guys can make your own tools like I did, or you guys can go out and purchase them if you're having problems finding them. Check out the link below and they will help you get to where you need to go. But I appreciate y'all watching Wolftick videos as always, and hope you like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. But until next time guys, thank you.